Okay, bruv, the leaks are out for Jujutsu Kaisen Modulo Chapter 16. Obviously, we're covering them, alright? Obviously, we have to because this is peak fiction, bruv. We start off straight into the thick of it, okay? Yuka Okotsu 10 Shadows technique confirmed. However, the Gojo clan has labeled the 10 Shadows a forbidden technique. Bro, Yuta Okotsu saw that technique did to his master Gojo, bro, and he was like, nah, we ain't having that ever again, bro. No, just no. No more Maharaga summoning, no more Megami Kamikazeing, bro. Just no, none of it, alright? Now, Yuka was given permission, obviously, because of nepotism, to extract certain abilities and use them, but it's still limited. Obviously, extreme situation, so she was allowed to summon Maharaga against Dabra. And, yeah, I love that we have confirmation. She has the 10 Shadows, it was inherited, it's not copied, none of these dumb, readingless theories people are coming up with. She's just born with it, like a normal sorcerer, alright? We also get confirmation. Oh, God, Megami, I'm so sorry, bruv. I'm so sorry, man. We get confirmation, still, to this day, no sorcerer in history has tamed Maharaga with the exception of Sukuna. It says it word for word, which means, yeah, in Megami's lifetime, he never reached that full potential, bruv. He never had a fully tamed Maharaga. It's poor guy, bro. Honestly, poor guy. I'm not even gonna chat shit because Megami's been through enough, bro. But yeah, the art for this chapter is the best in Modulo so far. I'm just gonna say it. Like, you can tell Jjk has been storyboarding. Yuji Iwasaki, like, does such a good job of replicating Jjk's art style, but also having his own unique twist. Choreography, paneling, all of it is absolutely, like, its peak. It's perfection. So it starts off, you know, Dabra is standing on top of his killing intent light beams. Maharaga adapts, wheels, spins, and immediately breaking them all, bruv. Maharaga then basically brings Dabra back to Earth, hits him with the massive punching combo, but Dabra puts his hands up to block, manages to tank it, but he is, you know, he is getting little blood spurts, he does get pushed back. I'm not gonna sit here and say he's a fraud for taking a little bit of damage and having to block Maharaga's attacks, because we know Maharaga hits like a G, okay? This guy, if you could try to tell me he didn't get a fair lick on Sukuna, 15-finger Sukuna in Shibuya, then you're lying, bro. He landed a hit or two, okay? He wasn't Jogo. I'm not gonna try and call Dabra a fraud for this, alright? He managed to firm those punches, he landed a couple strikes here and there, and then he got hit with the Gojo kick, bro. Maharaga deadass hit him with the Gojo Miguel kick, bro. It was crazy. Dabra then just be shooting like... You know how Ryu just like shoots Granite Blast, and Granite Blast seemed like hella strong, yeah? This guy just opens his hand and he just shoots like proper Dragon Ball attacks, bruv. He's just shooting massive laser beams, kind of Toji's Maharaga, so it goes like through half of him and just rips off his arm and chest. Now, Maharaga is a beefy guy, okay? Remember, 15-finger Sukuna was throwing dismantles at Maharaga before Maharaga had adapted to shit, and Maharaga was just eating it, bruv, with minimal damage. He's just torn straight through Maharaga, bro. Now, I ain't trying to say that, you know, obviously Sukuna was fucking about. I get it, bro. I ain't trying to slander Sukuna. I'm just trying to say, I know you guys, like, love glazing Sukuna and Gojo. I get it. The Sukuna glazers might have to accept that Dabra really is in the big leagues. I'm not saying he's stronger, I'm just saying he's in that tier, bro, because there's not many characters who's doing all that to Maharaga. I'm just saying, you know, he gave him the proper Toji treatment, and he's casually shot a giant, like, laser beam more impressive than anything we've seen in the series in terms of laser beams. Like, yeah, Dabra is just, like, completely expressionless. He's so chill. He's dope. And then we go proper, like, this is getting insanely similar to Sukuna vs Maharaga in Shibuya, especially the anime version, because Maharaga is now blocking the beams by picking up whole buildings and holding them in front of him. Then we get this nice little face-to-face panel of Dabra and Maharaga kind of like actually just facing off, and then before the rocks even fall to the ground, they've instantly disappeared because they're too fast. You can tell they're both just on a different level to anything else right now, with the exception of Yuji Itadori, of course. He's figuring out that Maharaga is adapting to his attacks, which, you know, that's what Maharaga does, bro. And at this point, I'm not gonna lie, Dabra, it doesn't matter how strong you are, because he keeps showing us insane things. He also just annihilates Maharaga completely. He stands there and again, casually, he just stretches out a hand, no chants, no incantations, no nothing. Just stretches out a hand, summons forth a load of laser beams, and literally deletes Maharaga. Like, he's gone. Just gone. Like, there's no, his legs are the only thing left. He gets Gojo'd. Alright, but like worse than Gojo, because his top half just gets deleted. Like, so easily, bro. Like, these light beams are shredding through Maharaga like it's nothing, and Maharaga is a beefy guy, alright? So Dabra already solos like 99% of Jjk. Like, low-key, as much as I'm a glazer, bro, if we go back to, like, you know, Shinjuku Showdown, I don't think Yuta or Yuji are touching this guy. I'm not gonna lie. If you put him in Sukuna's place, he's probably gonna do as well as Sukuna. Obviously, though, it doesn't matter, because even like within Shibuya, when Maharaga got fully dusted by Malevolent Shrine, he comes straight back because he's already adapted. So despite the fact that Dabra probably could have could have one-shot Maharaga if he had known that he needed to. It doesn't matter now. It's too late. If Maharaga is adapted to this technique, it's not going to make a difference, bruv. But it's still hella cool to see Dabra just, like, really try. He lands a kick on Maharaga's face and then uses his feet to fire what looks like a giant laser grid. So, like, he just summons a massive grid around, like, the whole area and, like, laser grids. You know what I mean? You know, like in movies when there's a laser grid and it just, like, cuts through things. You know what I mean, bro. And yeah, then the whole area, like, the whole city block just gets, like, packed up by these, like, giant laser beam things. And Dabra, again, completely expressionless, is realizing, oh, he's adapting. All right, cool. This guy can adapt. So he's smart as well. He is honestly moving like Sukuna, but I just love the expressionless face. It's so dope. And yeah, Dabra is strong. He's strong. I don't know why people act surprised when Dabra is actually strong. Again, it's just the Glazers, bro. The Glazers are just crazy. They love Sukuna, they love Gojo. They can't comprehend the idea that there could be another character in existence from a different planet, 68 years in the future, that is maybe as strong as those two. Wow, that's crazy, innit? Well, get used to it, because I think Jjk's making it pretty clear. I don't think he's making it clear that he's stronger than Sukuna or Gojo. I think he's making it clear that he stands in that tier. He is a Sukuna level threat, right? Meaning that no one's going to be able to put a stop to him on their ones. Maharaga definitely isn't. Like, even if, like, Dabra, you know, has adapted... Sorry, even if Maharaga has adapted to Dabra's technique, he could have a trick up his sleeve because he doesn't seem too stressed. But yeah, if he hasn't got anything else up his sleeve, though, it is looking not great for Dabra, which is a shame because he's so strong. Like, he could have one-shot Maharaga. He just didn't know that he needed to. But, you know, Sukuna had something up his sleeve. Gojo had something up his sleeve. I think it's safe to say that Dabra likely has something that can still do it. But it's so cool seeing him just, like, absolutely fuck shit up with these laser beams, bro, because it's a simple ability, but it's really cool. And I don't know why he's using his feet like that. But this chapter is mainly just combat focused. It is just like Jjk has sat there and gone, I really enjoyed watching, you know, the Blu-ray Sukuna versus Maharaga in the anime. I'm gonna basically replicate that and just put it in my new manga. That's what's happening here. When this shit gets animated, oh my god, bruv, the internet's going crazy. Low-key, I'm more excited for this fight than half the stuff that we've got left in JJK, I'm not gonna lie. And then naturally we cut away without seeing the result. So yeah. Oh, but not before the narrator says the same thing as Shibuya. He goes, the ability to adapt to any and all phenomenon, the ultimate counter move. Narrator in JJK is a different breed, bro. It's up there with the Togashi Hunter x Hunter stuff. It's just Jjk has such a way with words when it comes to narration. I love it. And yeah, we cut to Maru and Surugi. Surugi's basically locked in. I don't know why he seems more impressive than he has been for the rest of the season, but Maru's realizing now, like, why this heavenly restriction is such a problem, because he can't read his moves, he can't tell where he's attacking from, and it just makes him incredibly strong, alright? So Maru is there, sword fighting, he's taking up his brother's sword, and then he's also glazing Surugi. He's like, how has he got no cursed energy, but then he's using the cursed energy from the cursed tool to then perform, like, abilities with cursed energy, like the simple domain spots, and the fire thing that the cursed tool be doing. Maru gets laid out, and Surugi's like, that was a little bit too easy, I'm not gonna lie, you're holding back. And Maru locks in, opens his third eye, his face completely changes. He looks like a whole different person right now, and he's like, alright bruv, that's enough, I'm gonna kill you now. So Surugi does his simple domain spots, and that's the end of the chapter, pretty much. Oh no, wait, it's not the end of the chapter, because he activates his technique, which is confirmed to be called Chaos and Order. Anyway, yeah, the world kind of gets flipped on its side, and Surugi goes falling down. Like, nothing makes sense. It's just, I don't know. We need an explanation, because it seems like these two are busted. They're just completely broken, bruv. And yeah, putting Maru and Cross against, like, old JJK opponents is gonna be a fun thing to talk about as well. We just need to see, like, the full extent of their kit and understand how they work, because I'm not gonna lie, bro, these new Modulo characters kind of be moving different. Like, Usami is a grade 1 GOAT, alright? Like, Yuka's got the 10 shadows, Yuji Itadori's in his prime, Maru and Cross are broken, and Dabra is, like, low-key Sukuna level. Everyone else is a bum, but those characters, it's pretty dope, I'm not gonna lie. Like, Modulo is actually just peak, I don't know what to say. But yeah, those are the spoilers for chapter 16. I'm gonna have to, like, actually make a video on the main channel, because I'm pretty certain Yuji's about to intervene here. And I started yapping towards the end there. I think I'm just gonna end it here. Like, you get the gist of the chapter. I'll do a proper review on the weekend. I'll post on the main channel. I'm here, brother, right? I'm making the content, all right? Just I don't know. I use this channel as a way to just sort of yap. I just sit here and yap and say what I want to say. So yeah, subscribe or something like that.